Namaste everyone and welcome once again to Dr. Subbirya's tutorial. Today we will be discussing about adolescent and adult learners. Now there is nothing complex to memorize here. It is more about understanding the concept. Okay, for instance, think about when you were an undergraduate. You were an adolescent then, right? So and now as an adult you can look back and compare those stages of your life. Okay. So, we will explore adolescent and adult learners' characteristics through four key dimensions: social, emotional, academic, and cognitive. I will describe some features, and as we go along, you can connect each one to either an adolescent or adult learner. Okay, so let's get started. So, now we can start with academic. First one is learning style. So you have to remember that there are 2 points are given here. There is only two options. One is adolescent and other is adult. So you have to find which one is adolescent and which one is adult. Okay, the first one is learning style. Need clear instruction and structured lesson. Adult or adolescent. Prefer flexible learning they can control with practical uses. Which learner? So the first point is about adolescent. So adolescent learn best when they have clear instruction and structured lessons, right? They need guidance and set a plan to stay on track. But in case of adult, they prefer a learning style that gives them more control and flexibility. They like lessons that allow them to learn at their own pace and focus on practical useful information. Okay, and next point is about focus. Struggle with focus, need reminders and support. And another point, manage focus well but need flexibility due to other responsibilities. Who have the responsibility? Just imagine adolescent or adult. So the first point is about adolescent and second one is adult. So the adolescent often find it hard to stay focused and may need reminders and support to keep going. But in case of adults, they usually manage their focus well, but they need flexibility due to balance learning with other responsibility like work and family. Okay. So the next point is relevance. Okay. The first relevance there is engage more with relatable or social topics. And second one is the value content that applies directly to their life or job. Who is more relatable or engaged with the relatable or social topics? That is adolescent, right? So adolescents are more interested in learning topics that feel relatable to them, like things that can connect to their friends, hobbies, or social life. If a topic feel close to their world, they are more likely to engage with it. But in case of adult, what happened? They prefer learning things they can use right away in their life or work, right? The value lessons that help them with their job, family, or personal goals and all. So they want learning to have practical or real world benefit. Okay, so that is about the relevance. Next point is about feedback. The first point, appreciate useful feedback that respects their experience. Second one is need regular feedback for motivation. So which one is adolescent and which one is adult learner? So first point is about adult learner and second one is the adolescent. So here what happened that adults they like feedback, right? So that is helpful and respectful of their past experience. Okay, they appreciate feedback that is practical and relevant to what they already know. But in case of adolescent, they need frequent feedback to stay motivated and on track. Okay, so regular guidance help them to know they are doing well and keeps them engaged. Okay, so in short, what can we say that adults prefer meaningful, respectful feedback, while adolescents benefit from regular and encouraging feedback. Okay, so that is about the feedback. And next point, coming to the social point of view, first point is peer influence. Okay. The first point in the peer influence about strongly influenced by peers like group works or social approval. And one learner is independent. They prefer learning with peers but are less influenced by them. So first of all, I want to ask you what is mean by peer. So in this context, it referred to people who are of the same age, status, or level of experience as the learner. Okay. So for adolescents, their peers are often classmates, friends, or others in their social groups who are going through similar life stages. Okay, so they are influenced by what their peers think or do. But in case of adult, they may be colleagues or co-workers or other adults with similar responsibilities or experiences. So while they may collaborate with peers, they are less likely to be influenced by them in terms of approval or behavior. So here adolescents are strongly influenced by their peers. They enjoy working in groups or often look for approval from friends, which can motivate or shape their learning. Okay, but in case of adults, they are independent in their learning. They may enjoy work with peers, but don't rely on them about their opinions and all. So they're less affected by peers pressure and focus more on personal goals. That is adult learner. Okay. Next point is about the environment, right? So need a supportive space to feel comfortable sharing. Who is it? Adolescent. Like respectful professional setting that value their input. That is adult learner. So adolescents need a supportive space where they feel safe and comfortable sharing their thoughts and all. A positive encouraging environment help them open up and participate, right? So but in case of adult, what happened, they prefer a respectful professional setting where their ideas are valued. They feel comfortable when treated with respect and their contributions are taken seriously. Okay, so adolescents need a warm and supportive space, but while adults prefer a respectful professional atmosphere. Okay, the next about the communication. The first point is prefer informal and friendly communication. Who? Simple, right? That is adolescent. And value direct and clear communication. That is adult learner. Okay, so the communicate about speaking about communication, the adolescent like informal and friendly communication. They respond well to a relaxed approachable style, but in case of adults, they prefer communication that is direct and clear. They appreciate straightforward information without unnecessary details and all. So that is about the communication. And it's coming to the emotional aspect. First one is motivation. So motivation goes up and down with mood and peer influence. Adolescent or adult learner? Can you tell me? Second point, I will read you. Mostly self-motivated with goals tied to personal or career growth. Who? The first point is about adolescent, right? So adolescents often have motivation that changes with their moods or the influence of friends, right? Their motivation can go up and down depending on how they are feeling or what their peers are doing. But what happen in case of adult? They are usually self-motivated. They are self-motivated and with goals connected to personal or career growth, right? So they are driven by clear goals they want to achieve. Okay, that's important in case of adult learner. And next point is about stability. The first, that is emotionally stable. Who is emotionally stable? Though they may feel nervous returning to study. But second point is emotionally ups and downs can affect learning focus. That we already discussed, right? The emotional ups and downs can affect learning focus in adolescent, and other one is adult. So this adolescent experience emotional ups and downs that can impact their focus on learning. So their moods changes may make it harder to stay consistent. And adults are generally like they are more emotionally stable, which helps them focus. However, they might feel a bit nervous if they are returning to the study after a break and all. So that is about the adult and adult learners in the about stability. The next one is the confidence. So generally confident but may feel uncertain in new situation. And one is need encouragement and positive feedback to build confidence. So the first point is about adult, and second one is about adolescent. Okay, so the adolescent often need encouragement and positive feedback to build their confidence. Okay, the praise and support help them feel capable and motivated. But in case of adult, they are usually more confident overall, but they may also feel unsure in new situations or when learning something unfamiliar and all. So that is about the emotional level. And next is a cognitive aspect. Okay, first one is thinking skills. So developing critical thinking, but need examples and guidance to understand. That is adolescent. Strong critical thinking, like problem solving with real world examples. That is adult, right? Okay, so the adolescents are still developing their critical thinking skills. They need examples and guidance to help them understand the complex ideas and think more deeply. Okay, but in case of adults, they are usually have strong critical thinking skills. They enjoying solving problems, especially when they can use real world examples to apply what they have learned and all. Okay, the next point is about experience. So still building knowledge and need help connecting new ideas. But one category is bring past experience to make a sense of new learning. So the first point is about adolescent and second one is adult. It's clear, right? So adolescents are still building their knowledge base, so they need help connecting new ideas to what they are learning. But in case of adults, they are using their past experience to understand new concept, and they draw on what they already know to make sense of new information. Okay, that's the difference between the adult and adolescent learners. And next point is about self-assessment. One is struggle to evaluate their own learning. It's clear, right? Adolescent, there is no doubt, and good at assessing and adjusting their own learning method. That is adult learners. So these adolescents often struggle to evaluate their own learning accurately. So they need guidance to understand how well they are doing. But in case of adults, they are generally good at assessing their own progress, so they can adjust their learning according to that. Okay, they use learning methods based on what works best for them. Okay, so in we can say that adolescents need help with self-assessment, but adults are more skilled at evaluating and adapting their learning. Okay, so next one is openness. So curious but may hesitate to question what they know. But one learner is open to new ideas but may resist if they conflict with past experience. So whenever there is past, that is adult learner. Another one is the adolescent, right? So these adolescents are curious and interested in learning new things, but may be hesitant to question what they already know or challenge the existing ideas and all. But in case of adults, they are open to learning new ideas, though they might resist. They also may resist if these ideas may conflict with their past experience or belief. So that is the difference between the adult and adolescent. Thank you all for joining today's class. I hope you now you have a clear understanding of the difference between adolescent and adult learners. So remember, each learner is unique, and by recognizing these difference, we can create better learning experience. So if you have any questions or need further clarification, feel free to reach out. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Subirya's tutorial for more insightful lessons. See you in the next class. Thank you.